Hey there, Supalama here. Just going to grab a random lock out of the pile of locks that Chris had sent me. He did tell me he had one of his special pins inside one of his locks. I think this was one of them here. Number 6. Yeah, let's do this one here. This EL one here. He said he had his rendition of the wafer pin in here, so really like to see what his looks like as opposed to my own. Is that going to lock it up? I hope not. Doesn't feel like it. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, let's get the camera sorted out here. This, I believe, is still... It's an interesting keyway, actually. Nice and square. I'll have to go off this warding here, up to the left. Lots of highs and lows on the key. Let's see here. 18 thousandths does okay. How about 20 thousandths? Yeah, looks like we can get around there. And I'm thinking Mad Bob's pry bar. Actually, I still got a little play. Let's try Peterson's 50 thousandths. Like a really nice tight fitment. Just like that. There we go. Okay. Can we focus on the keyway? There we go. Let's see what I can do here. I'm going to start with the deforced diamond. Clicks on pin 2. Pin 3 does not want to move. Pin 5, gotta click out of him. Pin 3 still doesn't want to move. Some more clicks on 2. Where's that 1? Might be 1. Lots of clicks out of him. Very crunchy. Back to 5. You got another click out of him. Ever so slight core rotation on that. Feels like counter rotation on 3. Okay, gotta click out of him. See if I can get this a little bit closer for you guys. Click on 2. Another click on 2. Another click on 2. Another click on 2. I'm thinking there's a lot of serration in here. Back to 5 again, counter rotation. Click on him. Another click on him. And that's it. Back to 2. More clicking. That's it. It doesn't want to move. Solid. Pin 1. Got some clicks on him. That's it. Okay. Check 5 again. Nothing. Okay. Pin 2 is bound solid. Oh, took a little bit of tension off and it moved. Gotta click on him, but it feels like I lost something else. That's 3 or 4 bound up pretty good. I think I touched 3 or 2. Feels like 5 again. It's bound up. But no wanting to move. Okay. Try Peterson gem. See if I can finesse something up. There's a little bit of core rotation there. Oh, getting some clicks. think I'll need to go a little bit higher and try a higher hook. Getting some clicks. Oh yeah, definitely lots of clicks now. Oh, I think I might overset him. I think that was 1 or 2. I have no idea which one I touched there, but I got a little bit more movement. This lock does not want to give me much of a false set or serrations. I feel like I'm dropping guys a lot. I think I touched 3 or 4 and I got a little bit of core rotation there. I have a feeling I'll be dropping 1 and probably 2, but it feels like there's a little bit of rotation on 5. No, I'm dropping things and I'm not getting anything out of that. Got all those from 1. Oh, a little bit of counter rotation and a click out of 3 or 4. I think I felt a little something. Got a click out of 5, but I dropped a whole lot up front. You must have threaded the hell out of this thing, Chris. Oh my god. Just seem to be hovering around the same place. Oh, you're bound up. Oh, got him. That was 5. Was bound up, and I just gave it a little push. Two. Feels like 5 or 6. I'm not sure if this is a 6-pin or not. 1, 2, 4, 5. Well, it only looks like a 5-pin, but lots of little clicks back there. A little bit of core movement. There was something back there. Was that a 1? Let's go back to the DeForest diamond. Oh, and we're open on 1. Awesome. Give me back my tension wrench. There we go. That's an awesome lock, Chris. I would like to mention, by the way, in the opening video, I noticed you saw I had crimped these down on both sides just because I was worried it was going to pop off, and it isn't really moving anywhere now. So I did that. Hopefully there was no intention for that to come back off. I can always get a new cap for it. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Move around the camera a little bit. Get some light on this guy. And about there. Okay, let's see. Schlag. Got a key, so we'll lock it back up. Oh my god, this thing really doesn't want to come off. Let's try something a little bit bigger here. Too big. Pry bar. There we go. Lighting's not the best. Let's see, is that a little bit better? Probably. Amateur hour here. Okay. That looks right. And he's got a black mark for the front. Don't want to lose that spring. If anyone wonders where I get these shims from, if you ever buy CDs or socket single pieces, anything of that sort, DVDs, they'll have that little RFID tag. If you cut them open, you'll get 2 of these each. I don't really doesn't want to go any further. Okay. And where's the key pins? They're facing that way. It was a 6-pin. Yeah, lots and lots of threading. Okay. Threading in what appears to be every single chamber. I think I see a little T-pin, key pin down there. Everything is well below the shear line. I'm just going to lift the camera up here and pull this back. Give me a little bit more room to play. That's a really serrated driver pin. Very crushed looking copper spring. Another very serrated driver. A not so crushed looking spring. Another very serrated driver. That one doesn't want to come out. Another little copper spring. Another really serrated pin. I have a feeling a lot of these are going to be serrateds. A very small copper spring on that one. Very, very small. That is a tiny driver. Absolutely tiny. a child, that one. Didn't want to lay down. Another copper spring. And finally, come here. Oh, got it. Another very serrated driver. Very, very serrated. Okay, what we got up top. Everything appears to be threaded. Yeah, every single chamber threaded. Okay, give me 1 second here. I want to rearrange these. I believe it was like that. One big serrated mess. Light a little bit closer here. Okay. Everything, as you can see, is very, very, very serrated. Chris definitely knew what he was doing with all those threads. Very, very serrated. And this driver right here, absolutely tiny. I have no idea how he made that one. Get on to the finale of showing the lock at rest. Wow. Okay, so as you can see, just about every single one of these serrations do exactly what they're supposed to. And they're all sitting very, very well below the shear line, with the exception to, I believe it was 5, which was a bit of a high cut. I'm sorry, a low cut. But wow, everything is very, very well done on this lock. Chris, thank you so much for sending this lock my way. I can't wait to get into the other ones, 5 and 10. Everybody else, thanks for watching.